Oh, you guys are fucked up.
What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. I'm John. This is all satire, and it's ridiculous. Welcome to the bunker. It is the Prepared Mind channel, folks, and that's right. Look at what I'm wearing. They were delivered. Finally, Nikki and Ooman showed up with the shirts. They hooked up with crispy bacon, and they brought them. We have them now. There it is, folks. Fuck around and find out. Get prepared at the club. These are the shirts, folks. They're awesome sports shirts. I'm wearing the royal blue. This is the black. We've got, let's see, royal blue. We've got black. We've got maroon, red, and forest green. So we got all the shirts. And I did get your email. Where is it? It's down here. It's Tamika Gomina sent. I'll send you an email later regarding the t-shirt situation. You sent me your phone number so you could do the shirts. Fuck, I don't care as long as someone does them. But the thing is we've got the shirts. They are really, really awesome. I wore them out in public, and the public, the public acceptance of the shirt was absolute silence. People just stared at me like, "You're fucking saying that, are you?" Anyways. We had a few people. Ooman was wearing a Let's Go Brandon shirt. Got a couple of high fives, I think. Anyways, here we are. The Prepared Mind channel. We're back at the bunker. The shirts have been delivered. They were printed up down south by real Americans who have real Social Security numbers, who really pay fucking taxes. And anyways, they're really cool. I love them. So here's the deal. Let's see, $25. You have to go through PayPal to do this. $25. Pick your size. Your size is most important, and then the colors you would like in order of preference. Because when we start running out, that's it. We got 48 shirts total. 48 shirts total, and I need a drink. So 48 shirts, and we've got, large and extra large only. Pick your size. And then we've got the black, royal blue, which is what I'm wearing, maroon red, and forest green. And hey, Ooman, what's happening, man?
Hey,
so
how's it going, brother?
Ooman he's in at the bunker. He's gonna model the shirt. This is the maroon shirt right here. Yep. That's Ooman. He's putting on a show. Thanks for stopping by the bunker, man. I appreciate that.
But
it's good. Anyways,
this bunker is amazing, man.
Hey, crispy bacon. It's crispy bacon is in the house. Come on down here.
Inviting me, dude. Hey,
come on down.
I got my shirt.
Crispy bacon is in the house.
Awesome.
It's crispy bacon from Clearwater. Chris, he drove up with Ooman, Nikki from Florida. Hey, Chris, man, I'm glad you made it to the happy bunker.
Thanks for the invite, man.
Yeah,
it's a cool place.
It is the bunker.
I love the shirt. It fits. It's an athletic fit. It's awesome. I like it.
I'm glad you like it, man.
What?
I appreciate that. Anyways, they're here hanging out in the bunker. It is the Prepared Mind bunker. And
I have to model this because we kind of match.
This is
it's the same fucking color.
Doing stuff with Nikki. Nikki's in the house. She came up. Everyone, yay. It's so good to meet Nikki in person. She's insane. You guys. No, you're not insane. You've been clinically diagnosed as sane.
Yes, they said I was normal.
She's normal.
Today.
It's normal. Nikki's normal. Everyone. She's got the blue on like me. Go ahead and show the back.
Awesome.
Yeah. Get that crazy red hair out of the way.
Yeah,
there it is. Yep. Fuck around and find out. That's what happens. All right. Awesome.
Not a good thing to put on my shirt.
Yep. Don't say that. That's the real Nikki for sure. And everyone, if anyone knows Nikki, that's the real deal right there. So they literally delivered the shirts right under the set. at the Prepared Mind bunker. Oh shit, Jolene just put up the link for John's PayPal. Again, put on your name, shipping address, $25, the size you want, large or extra large men's, and what color in order of importance to you. And if I got it, I'll give it to you. If not, I'll go down the list from well, it's large or extra large. Pick your size first and then your favorite color, and I'll do the best I can to fill your orders. So limited run, 48 shirts only. 2 sizes, 4 colors, 48 shirts. I think that's either 6. No, it's 8. No. It's 6 of each size and 6 of each color in each size. Anyways, it's there it is. The shirts are here. And I just kicked them out of the bunker. In person, fuck around and find out. Tamika, I'll get a hold of you later. Get prepared at the club. Get it at thepreparedmind.club. That, again, it's you know, the shirts are whatever, 12, 15, and then $10 we figure for shipping and handling. It's not about making money, folks. It's about the message, and this is a limited edition. If it sells well, if we sell out and they're all gone. Did they climb up the fucking ladder? Holy shit, they went up the ladder and out. They're out of here. They're back on the surface, folks. Nikki, Crispy Bacon, and Ooman are on the surface, which means that it's just down to me and Jolene to keep law and order on the program. Law and order with our blue wrenches. I wish Jolene was here. She's the coolest person on the planet. Wow. Anyways, what a surprise shocker to have all 3 of them show up. They were supposed to be here, like I said yesterday, delivering shit. And it was like, where the fuck are they? Anyways, now I understand why they brought Nikki with them. Wow. So they're great shirts. It's the sport fit. It fits nice. It's light. It's dry fit. And the guy who recommended this company says, holy shit, Kelly Brenz is the first one to buy one. Holy shit. Okay. Anyways, the guy that recommended this, it was a fucking pizza shop down south. He's like, dude, I get these from this fucking town down in Florida, and they're great shirts. They last a year. So a fucking pizza making dude said these shirts last forever. They're great quality. I agree. I'm wearing one, you know. And really, dude, you know, fuck around and you find out. So yeah, let's see. We'll do this one more time. $25. Pick your size, men's large or men's extra large. And that's all I got because it's a limited run. But I did do 4 colors. Now, if one of the colors is not popular, forest green is kind of good with your SHTF, I'm going to fuck you up mentality, right? If stuff goes Mad Max, you might want the forest green. I wanted this color blue for myself because it's loud. The maroon color is a very pretty red, as you saw. What was that, Ooman wearing the red? Yeah, Ooman wearing the red, Chris was wearing the green, and Nikki was wearing the blue. And then I've got the black right here. They're crazy. They just got into the fucking box and grabbed what they wanted because they're insane. Anyways, name, mailing address, size, and colors in order of what's most important to you, and I'll get that out to you. I'll just tell them, you know, you guys are fucking crazy, and they're gonna send them out. And then we have a one of our subscribers, and not just any subscriber, but a Patreon supporter said, hey, look, we can talk, we can make this even better. So I'm gonna do that. I'll get a hold of I think it's Tamika. Got to figure my shit out. Yeah, Tamika says she's got the inside scoop, which is awesome as fuck. Okay, let's do this. Let's get into the show. Enough about these fucking shirts that I've been talking about forever. Here we are. Here we are. Let's start with this, folks. Has shit hit the fan? You bet it has. New York Democrats are proposing a law. This isn't a gubernatorial edict. This isn't a mayoral command. This isn't a city council, right? Just fucking despotic, tyrannical law. This is the government of New York State is proposing a law to punish and silence anyone who criticizes their cerveza bug measures and their cerveza bug treatments. Did you hear me there, right? Can you hear me now? There is no way that this can be regarded as anything but the most unconstitutional, unethical, immoral, unhuman thing to do, which is to deny you the right to criticize what they're doing. Now, I can't say the words, right? I can't say the real name of the disease. All I can say is cerveza bug. I can't say the name of the treatment. All I can say is Jim Jones juice, because it's satire. Let me say it again. I'm allowed to have humor and satire. That's my disclaimer. That allows me to say something without getting a strike just for having a mouth and a brain and a channel.
What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America.
Whoops. I tell you, it's going to be a mess in the bunker tonight. Yeah, can you believe that, folks? They're now going to punish, literally, free speech. This has nothing to do with the internet. This has nothing to do with social media or a search engine or YouTube or Instagram or Twitter. Folks, they're now proposing to silence the people in their jobs, on the street, in their cars, on their phones, in their homes. What, I mean, are you going to be sitting literally on your toilet with your phone? Got your phone. Are you going to sit on your toilet with your phone and you grumble something negative about a new cerveza bug fucking mandate, and your phone snitches on you and the police show up and start banging on your door? You have violated the law. Here's a fine. Folks, this is 1984 shit. And if any of you saw the movie with John Hurt, 1984, the cinematic interpretation of George Orwell's dystopian fucking nightmare. In that nightmare, there was a camera and a microphone behind a picture of Big Brother on his wall that was watching and listening to him. And when he did enough bad things, they exposed him and used him as an example to punish and show others that they were not, could not, and never would be free. Is that the world we're heading into? 'Tis possible. Are you willing to stand up for your rights? I sure hope so. And if you do, you had better be prepared. That's what we've been talking about for years. Prepared for SHTF, food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense, and a plan. Not only prepared for SHTF and Mad Max, but prepared to stand up for your rights. The courage of your convictions, understanding real law, the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, and to have the gumption to be a human being that stands up for yourself. That's where we're heading, folks. New York has just shown us they're not stopping. They're not stopping, folks. Right? Now get this. You're going to love this. And by the way, the first 30 minutes of the show is my monologue. The last 30 minutes is your comments, your questions, how you want to get to this. Jolene's ready. If you got a question, put it in the comments. Get it on Patreon. She'll find it. She is amazingly efficient, and we cover everything we can. And I use every word, every description I can, short of violating their precious terms of service, their immensely important community guidelines, and it's always about satire. And a special word for Mr. T. Mr. T, I've got all of your videos coming. Folks, we've got such great stuff coming for you. It's incredible. And Mr. T, behind the scenes, has been working. You guys have been sending the information like this information right here. There is a Virginia nurse who sent out a letter and compared the cerveza bug hospital guidelines. Understand this, the CDC guidelines, she has compared it to an act of terrorism, quote, act of terrorism. And that she says, quote, by complying with cerveza bug guidelines, I would be participating in terrorism. Can you believe that? Dramatic pause. A nurse has now said this, that those guidelines, those mandated guidelines, this is where it's at, folks. What side are you going to land on? Are you going to be on this extreme leftist side with all the sheep who are bleating, blah, blah, tell me what to think, tell me what to do, those people? Or are you going to be on the side of patriotism, constitutionalism, law, order, thinking, intelligence, but have to suffer because you are willing to battle those in charge? Dr. Drippy himself, Dr. Fawcett, President Gigi, Speaker 90 Proof, Majority Leader Schmuckatelli, right? That guy, up Chuck Schumer. You have to choose what side you're on. Folks, that's where we're at. We're at that place in history where you have to choose. I know you, especially if you're here on Patreon, have chosen the side of yourself. I can't tell you what side to take, folks. All I can do is present information as satire. That's all I can do. Satire. Nothing else. Satire. Looks like we're up to six, folks. 6 t-shirt orders. I've only got 48 total. I've got this one, which apparently is mine because, yep, Smelfy says it's mine. And then Chris grabbed one, ran up the ladder. Nikki grabbed one, ran up the ladder. And Oliver Uman grabbed one, ran up the ladder. It means we're down to 48 minus 4 is 44, minus 6 is 38. We're down to 36 shirts. You bet. Now, I get a lot of information from Mr. Skylight. I get a lot of information from Bonnie Blue. I get information from Sally Sue, from Sally, from Penelope, from all kinds of people, from John, everyone, folks. But get this. There's a doctor out there, folks, and his name is Dr. Malone. There's also Dr. John, but this is from Dr. Malone. And he says, this person who sent me this article says that Dr. Malone has asked me to help gather data for a paper. I'm sending in everything I have, but you may have additional information. Folks, what we're looking for is evidence of harm. We've read the CDC. We've read the National Institutes of Health. We've gotten papers from the United Kingdom. We've gotten data and statistics from Australia and New Zealand. We have the United States of America. We have Canada. I want you to go to Steve Kirsch because he's looking for more information, because he wants to show and point out all the examples, folks, because the VAERS system is kind of like a comedy show. The VAERS system here in the United States of America only works if doctors and nurses take the time to sit down to put in the patients all their critical information, all of their health stuff that goes into the statistical database. They don't get paid money for that, folks. So I guarantee you, every left-wing leaning lunatic nurse, doctor, LVN, RN, BSN, PA, nurse practitioner, NP, I bet all of them, they're like, well, I'm a left-wing lunatic and I'm not getting paid any money to participate in the VAERS system, which is reporting of negative side effects of the Jim Jones juice. They're not putting information in. So the information we have, which is fucking huge, the information we have is voluminous. It is not all that is happening out there, folks. It's not out there. So Steve Kirsch, right? Everyone knows how to spell Steve, just like our good buddy here, Steve. I don't want to use his last name. I try not to use people's last names, but Steve, right? Semper Fi, no mercy, no tolerance. That's Steve. This is Steve Kirsch, Kirsch. Look up Steve Kirsch, Kirsch on YouTube. Not YouTube, because he won't be on YouTube. Look him up on DuckDuckGo. Look him up on Google. Look him up on Yahoo. And find Steve Kirsch in his newsletter so you can help him understand. Because, folks, listen, I'm just one little guy. While I know all of you on the internet, I only have a few people that I know personally who I can believe when they send me information about what is happening and use that as statistical data. In other words, I'm an anecdotal source. Steve Kirsch has the whole nation sending him information about how dangerous the Jim Jones juice is. Get into it, folks. Get into it. Jolene, let's get rid of let's get rid of that guy. I didn't see this email till just now, right? The eagle has landed. Let's move on. It's unbelievable, folks, what is happening out there. There is no reason to come on to the Prepared Mind Network and piss people off. At Patreon, folks, $2 a month, 7 cents a day, you get all kinds of news articles and everything else. Full news articles, full videos, full information on treatment, therapy, detoxing, elections, everything. Folks, this is incredible. Unbelievable information. I hope I'm the first one to bring it to you. In the state of Wisconsin. Now remember, in the state of Wisconsin, that's where the Waukesha Christmas Parade massacre occurred. I'm tired of calling it, well, a guy drove into the crowd with his SUV. No, it was terror. It was an act of terror. It was terrible. The Waukesha Christmas Parade, where the Christmas grandmas and children's, they got run down by this terrorist who was racially motivated, like an idiot. There is no reason to involve race in this, but the political leftists have. They have brought in their critical race theory and stupidity, trying to make us notice the difference between each other's races, whether you're Spaniard or whether you're a Swede, whether you're Japanese or whether you're Australian or whether you're European descent, whether you're African, whether you're Native American. It doesn't matter. But they have made it their focus in order to show the distinction between people. It's easy to see the difference between someone who has a tan and someone who doesn't, right? It's easy to see a difference between someone based on their facial features and distinctions, their hair distinctions. Who gives a shit? You want to know who gives a shit? President Xi Biden. You want to know who gives a shit? The Davos boys, because they want us fighting amongst each other. So they've put their poison out in the world, and some dumb jackass bites the hook, drives his SUV into a crowd of people, and kills the dancing grandmas in Waukesha. So that guy who did that got out on bail, like same fucking day, I think. And people are pissed, and they should be, because he's a violent criminal who murdered people. And he's back on the 6th. He murdered 6 people with his car at the Waukesha Christmas parade. And the governor of Wisconsin, folks, Governor Evers, says people should, quote, sit back and take a breath. I'm not mad because the guy who ran into people was Native American or black or white or any other color. I'm mad that the government, the district attorney, the attorney general for the state, the judge in the case allowed him to be bailed out. This guy has got some mental problems, right? And the governor of the state says we should sit back and take a breath. Folks, it was weeks ago that the Christmas parade massacre occurred in Waukesha, Wisconsin. And that's what this guy's response is. Sit back and take a breath. Folks, our Constitution, our individual rights and liberties. I don't want government privilege. I don't want government benefits. I want my rights respected. I want public safety and peace, law and order protected. And that's what this idiot has done, Governor Evers. He's released them, the government of Wisconsin, from Waukesha on up, have just let this guy go. Unbelievable, folks. You think the left does not want SHTF? You think the left doesn't want us fighting with each other, amongst each other? They're doing everything they can, folks, everything they can. And we're getting close to the half hour. Get your questions in. Here we do. We have, where do I want to go next? Leanne sent the Omicron unicorn infection. Guess what? Apparently, if you get it, and the symptoms are, according to the CDC, are very much like, folks, and remember, snowflakes, this show is satire. It's humor. It's my smart assedness. But the CDC says essentially they're the same as the, what is that stuff called? Oh, yeah, NyQuil. Sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head fever so you can rest medicine. We've been told left and right that the unicorn variant has mild symptoms. Apparently, according to CNBC, that if you get the unicorn variant, it helps you against the Delta? Huh? What? Unbelievable stuff, folks. Please do yourself a favor and go to the CDC's website and get what they have to say. Go to the World Health Organization. Go and listen to what the CDC Director Walensky says, because I'm sure they will never steer you wrong. Good golly. Unbelievable. Thank you for sending that one through, Leanne. These people are nuts, folks. The world's most dangerous thing, right? And something that can be cured by NyQuil apparently is going to help you deal with it. What planet are we on? What crazy bizarro land are we participating in? Well, I'll tell you right now, folks, right? There's the Battle of the Dolls going on. Thank you, Fuzzy, for sending this. There's the Battle of the Dolls. There's the Hunter on the Go figurine, right? It's Hunter Biden wearing a scarf and his underwear. It's like this figurine of, he's like, yeah, look at me. I'm Hunter Biden, president's son of the president, right? The guy who has at least 3 computers out there with hard drives loaded with phone calls and emails and videos and pictures of him with what? Is it underage girls? Or is he just talking about underage girls? He's what, taking showers with his niece or his daughter or some girl? Who the fuck? What the hell? He's snorting cocaine off the asses of hookers in videos. He's smoking a fucking crack pipe with hookers. Do you want that doll, or do you want the Dr. Drippy Faucet, the torture doll, right? This being, I guess, sold on Amazon. It's a Dr. Doom, Dr. Faucet, the little drip torturing President Trump doll. It's the battle of the dolls. I feel like Mark Dice is running the satire content for the entire planet. And I do love Mark Dice. That dude's awesome. He, like the Prepared Mind Network, which includes you folks, have been sticking it out, fucking battling and duking it out and shit, going after everyone. Free speech, folks. Use it while you got it. Use your free speech while you've got it, folks. This right here, this shirt, Chan favors the prepared mind. I'm on the street with this, right? Fuck around and find out. It's a great way. You don't have to run down the street with a bullhorn. You just have to wear a shirt. And people are going to be like, that's a familiar silhouette. That's a familiar silhouette. I wonder, yeah, it's Kyle Rittenhouse. That's right, folks. The silhouette is of Kyle Rittenhouse carrying his AR-15. More commonly known to leftists as the AR-14, right? You fuck around and find out. That's where they're trying to take us. What I want is peace, justice, constitutional law. It is the political leftists up in D.C., folks, that want to destroy our Constitution. Now, as usual, I've run my soup cooler far longer than I should. It's time to get to your comments, your suggestions, your statements, your questions. Yeah, questions are important. What has happened today, this week, over Christmas that has bothered you, that has made you go, inquiring minds would like to know. Now, earlier I did post a link. Newsmax had a feature on Bigfoot. It was a negative feature. It was rude. The dude from the Weekly World Report was talking down some Bigfoot news. It's like, dude, you had Bat Boy as your story, and you're going to talk shit about Bigfoot. Anyways, it's a fucking crazy world. What do you want to talk about? Let's get to it, and get to it now.
Are you ready?
Yeah, shit has hit the fan, folks. I tell you. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. An Emmy award-winning director. Oh, by the way, he's from the country of Canada, the Great White North. This guy has shocked Hollywood. And he shocked Dr. Fawcett. We'll get back to that because now we got one of your comments. We got Jay Clifton checking in, and he says this. Hang on, folks. Here we go. My sister is a high-ranking employee at a financial institution. I know now of a couple people who are at high-level financial investment institutions who have said that they are nothing but a fucking nightmare on wheels. I know this from the people I know. Let's see who Jay knows. His sister, reliable source. High-ranking employee, meaning middle to upper middle to executive management. Financial institution, meaning along the lines of J.P. Morgan, along the lines. Name your fucked up financial institution. TD Ameritrade, right? Chase Bank. Name your thing, right? The Bull. Oh my God, the Bull. These people. It's an institution like this that takes everyone's money and then screws them over. Okay. Major investors are checking out going Bitcoin, gold, silver from a credit union. Tell me why. And then he says, economic reaming. You bet it's an economic reaming. Okay. Gold, silver. Gold is real money, folks. According to the Basel III rules, according to the Bank of International Settlements, the BIZ. The BIZ, folks, the BIZ is the banker's bank for central banks and nations. That's how big the BIZ, right? Imagine this. Here's me and you. Then there's companies, and we all go to local banks or Bank of America or Chase, And then you've got Chase, the bank, JP Morgan, right? You've got banks like that, Lehman Brothers, well, they're gone now. These bigger banks, and you keep going up the scheme. Federal Reserve, the ECB, the European Central Bank, the Bank of Japan, the BOJ. Their bank is at the top of the pyramid, the Bank of International Settlements, the BIZ. The BIZ has rules, and they say that the number one and only thing that is real money is gold. That, my friends, is why little banks, local credit unions would be investing in gold, because it is truly the only real money. Everything else is just paper. If you could, Jolene, go ahead and put that awesome statement, question, comment, gee, many crickets, I can't believe this is happening statement by Jay Clifton. Then there's silver. It used to be that gold was the king's money and silver is the people's money. And then along came merchants, businesses. So gold became the money of kings, merchants, and aristocrats, and silver remained the people's money. Silver is both money and is also the most valuable, rare commodity of industry, second only to oil as far as useful applications. Silver is both money and the most useful metal on the planet. It cannot be substituted with copper or any other metal in many cases. Silver. It is both rare and is becoming a more and more rare commodity because people like you have been buying the shit out of it. Our good friends at Liberty and Finance, I like Dunnigan Kaiser, folks. I've talked to him personally. He's a nice guy. He works for Franklin Miles, nice guy. I've done and recommended people go not only to Liberty and Finance, Dunnigan Kaiser and his sons, and Franklin Miles, but also SD Bullion. They've done a great job over the years of making sure people get their hands on physical silver to protect against the failing dollar, which is now officially failing, which is why Jay Clifton here is talking about this. His sister, who works in finance, says their credit union is looking at real money. Gold and silver. Okay, they're real. You can hold it, right? Remember when you had coins and shit, you could hold it. That's how it works. The other one that he's talking about is Bitcoin. I am not a fan of Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency, only for the reason that they aren't real. I know they're a speculative investment and a speculative store of value. I get it, all of you crypto dudes, I get it 100%, top to bottom, front to back, side to side. I understand the crypto story, but it has not been what was sold from the beginning. So don't fucking bullshit me. It is not anonymous. They know who you are. It is not tax-free. They tax the shit out of it. It is not universally accepted. It's not currency. It's not cryptocurrency. It is not a store of value in the usual sense. And that at least with gold or silver, you've got gold and silver in your hand. No one to date has ever shown me a Bitcoin or an Ethereum coin or a Dogecoin. One of my sons actually is invested in Dogecoin. And I'm like, show me one. He's like, right here. He shows me evidence that they exist. This is the difference between evidence and fact, folks. He shows me his app. Hey, look at all the Bitcoin I got. Or look at all the Dogecoin I got. Or look at all the Ethereum I got. No, that's evidence it exists called a portfolio. But you can't show me one the way this is a pen. Not only is it evidence, but it's physical existence. This is a pair of reading spectacles. Thanks again, Penelope. They've been really good. Anyways, reading spectacles. This is the evidence. You can see them, and they are real. Reading spectacles. But the fact that Jay Clifton's sister is high-ranking employee, it means I'm guessing executive management, a vice president of some sort in this financial institution. And they're jumping into gold, silver, and Bitcoin because Bitcoin is an excellent, as far as I'm concerned, speculative investment. It's gone up from what, 2 fucking cents a share to $2 to $200 to 2,000, wherever the hell it's at now. I don't know. It's a speculative investment in my opinion. But gold and silver are real money and have real industrial value, and you can hold them. So I will, as a private individual, as a comedian, yes, I've been reduced to being a satirical comedian. Be that as it may, as a comedian, I like silver and gold. I think they're terrific. Once you've got food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense, and a plan, you got all that taken care of, you're gold. Or I could say you're silver. That's when it comes in handy. Anyways, thank you, Jay. It is a marvelous topic, especially considering the fact, and this is where this becomes increasingly important, indeed a critical, acute subject. Inflation this year, in 2021, has reared its ugly head. The government has admitted 10% inflation, folks. What have you seen at your grocery store? What have you seen at your gas pump? I can tell you that at my place, gas has gone in 1 year from $2.25 a gallon to $3.50 a gallon. That's double. That's 100% inflation in 1 year and 2 months. Since I left the RMZ and came to this place, 100%. That is not 10%, folks. That's not 1% inflation. That is 100%. And that's just fuel. That's just fuel. And I'm in the South. I'm not even in some far-flung fucking remote place like Hell and Gone, Montana. Unbelievable, folks. Get prepared. I'm really excited to have Chris, Nikki, Uman visit me here at the bunker. They're real people, folks. I'm a real human being. You are real human beings. You have treated me very well over the years. Fantastically well. Incredible. Christine, I've got your email. Don't worry. You have treated me fantastically well over the years. You are real people. I get it. Of course, they came here to deliver some shirts and show me, and they'll deliver them out of somewhere in Florida. I don't know who's going to mail and take care of all that shit. Right? You got Crispy Bacon from his location. You got Nikki from hers. Uman apparently is on the loose. Point being is as soon as I get all the orders in, we'll ship them out. It looks, according to the email, like we're now up to 10, 11 separate distinct orders. And some of those orders could have 2 shirts. We only have 48 total, minus the 4. Fuck around, find out. Free speech, folks. That's what it's all about. We've got Oregon Patriot says this. Well, folks, today was the first day I found many shelves empty at Winco here in Gresham, Oregon. All the meat, all the poultry in my deep freeze, the bulk bags of rice, flour, etc. I have it, right, is about to pay off. This is unbelievable, folks. Thank you, sir, for letting us know your Winco is out of meat, is out of food. You've got empty shelves going. Folks, I've been getting reports from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I've been getting reports from Tampa, Florida. I've been getting reports from Chicago, Illinois, from Ohio, from New Mexico. I've been getting reports from Texas. I've been getting reports from California. All around the nation, folks, of shelves getting emptier and emptier and emptier as prices have gone up and up and up and up. Are you prepared? It's a fair question. I think it's a question you should ask yourselves. Fair question. Are you prepared? Food, right? This guy, hey, in Oregon, he's saying, thank God I got my preps. Chance favors the prepared mind. Aren't you glad? And folks, I don't make a nickel off of the world taking a shit. Neither do you. We're all going to end up suffering. People we know will suffer if they're not prepared. It sucks. We got Doc Holliday, Guns and 2A says the politicians and the rich are perpetrating a crime on humanity. Oh, I agree. Doc Holliday, Guns and Second Amendment says the world, humanity at this very moment is having a crime perpetrated by the politicians who are the powerful and the rich, who are rich and powerful, right? He says life sentences and execution are appropriate for these extraordinary criminal acts. And what I'm going to say and add to that there, Doc Holliday, is if an act of treason has occurred, I don't know how a life sentence or a death sentence wouldn't be appropriate. If someone has committed treason, violated their oaths to the Constitution, their oaths to defend the people, capital P, you and me, we're the people of the United States. Over in jolly old England, over in Scotland, up in Canada, all of that is incredibly important. And Ooman has stepped back in. Ooman, what do we got there, man?
I brought you an angry beaver.
Well, let's get over here, man. You snuck down the ladder. I watched you sneak down the ladder into the prepared mind bunker. Get down lower, brother. Down lower. There he is.
Yeah, so you can see my shiny head.
Yeah. So what kind of head wax do you use? We got a tougher than a giant angry beaver doll. This is what happens when I let my address out. It looks kind of like the what is that? The fucking gopher from
Caddyshack.
Caddyshack.
Yeah.
He looks kind of like that. He's like,
that's what I thought of. And
yeah. Thank you. I've always wanted a hairy, angry beaver in my life. No, wait, I was married once. Thank you, man.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt like that. I just wanted to make you kind of chuckle in the background.
I appreciate that. I've got a beaver that can't sue me now. Wonderful. Okay. Back up the ladder. Tell everyone to chill. All right. Okay. There we have it. I don't even know where I was at. Everywhere around the world, we're all suffering. Everywhere around the world, please get prepared. Right? It's great to have Ooman here. I can't believe that somewhere they found Nikki doing stuff with Nikki. She's nuts. And Crispy Bacon. And Chef says, I'd love to get a shirt, but it's going to cost a wee bit extra postage to get to Ireland. Could you give me a price so that you're not out of pocket? I'll tell you what, Chef, to get something to Ireland, I have no fucking clue. Maybe we'll do this. We're going to probably have shirts for a couple more days. Maybe Jolene can figure it out. I'll try and figure it out. Give us a city, man. Are you in Belfast? Are you? Where are you at in Ireland? Anyways, I'll check it out and see what it is. Do this. Get your email address to Jolene, and then we'll give you a total cost. It's $25 in the United States of America to get a shirt. It's probably $25 in Canada, but you're across the pond there. So we'll find out what the extra postage is and send you an email. And that's great, Chef. It'd be funny as fuck, but I want you to be careful. In Ireland, in Great Britain, England, Scotland, Wales, I think that it's illegal to have free speech now. You've got to be careful, man. You've got to be careful. And also, when you folks get these shirts, when you get your Prepared Mind shirts, fuck around and find out When you get your Kyle Rittenhouse shirt, take a picture, have someone take a picture and send it to the R Syndicate. Go to the rsyndicate.com and send in a picture of you wearing the shirt. And Uman, that crazy German guy, he will post it on the R Syndicate. All right. Thank you very much, Chef. That's what we're going to do. They're great shirts. I can't wait to go back out in public, to climb up the ladder, out the Prepared Mind bunker, into the sunlight or cloudy sky, as it were, and expose the people of the United States to the concept of freedom and liberty. Now, the other thing I've got is if you send in $25 and I'm out of shirts, you got two choices. I can either refund your money or send you a shirt in the next run, but that's only if we run out. That's what we want to do. Ideally, we run out. We're not making what I would consider to be any kind of money once you put the labor in. Our worker in Florida who has these shirts will probably be Nikki. They're not making money, folks. Packaging shit up and postage and UPS and all that. It's not a money maker. The idea is free speech, getting an opinion out there that people can't deny. It'll burn into their brains and make them think. And that's really what we want. We want people to think. Now, Oregon Patriot's back. He has a note. He says, vigilantism has surfaced throughout the history of America. It shows up when law and order breaks down. Continued. And it has. I'm going to agree with him right off the bat while we're waiting. He says, I wouldn't be surprised to see someone reap the whirlwind on the Waukesha, Wisconsin murderer. Okay, folks, I am not violating terms of service, community guidelines. This show is about satire. And I will continue with this satirical idea, but here's the deal. Fact of the matter is, vigilantism is always, always, always put down by government. Government cannot tolerate vigilantism. It makes them very mad because that means that people are taking the law into their own hands. Well, if people take the law into their own hands, what's the point of having government? Right, none. So government says, hey, you guys stop taking the law into your own hands. We'll take care of business for you. That way we can have our jobs. But when government fails, like Governor Larry Lori Beetlejuice Lightfoot, like Mayor Brown of Oregon, and that dipshit who's in charge of Portland, and that dipshit who's in charge of all of California, Governor Newsom, like Mayor DeBozo Blasio of New York City, and Governor Hochul of New York, and Governor Pritzker of Illinois, and Governor Gretchen of Michigan. These people have completely failed to keep law and order. And it has cost individuals, it has cost companies millions, and indeed, if you take into 2020, billions of dollars. America has suffered in damages and loss because these loser Democrats have failed to do their job. And trust me when I say this, vigilantism has already happened. And I'm not encouraging it, nor am I glorifying it. It has happened, and it will continue to happen, and it will become a greater and greater issue as these leftist, lunatic, social fascist, social communist Democrats fail to do their job intentionally in order to bring down our system so that they can make hay. They get power, folks. They get power. Now, what we say as Americans is this. We say, fuck around and find out. That's what we say. The bad guys out there, folks, whether they're Crips or Bloods in some gang, whether they're Antifa or BLM or Black Bloc or some other communist group, the further we go, the more they're going to discover that people are willing to fight back. In fact, folks, the fear that the political left had was that this character represented in silhouette, Kyle Rittenhouse. Their fear is that when Kyle Rittenhouse was acquitted, that Americans would realize they have a right to stand up for themselves and defend themselves and others from great bodily harm and injury. Now, what do I know? I'm just a little comedian. But the people in power are afraid of Americans demanding that peace, law, and order be restored. And if not, they become vigilantes. That is, citizen protectors of the peace, citizen protectors of the nation, of the state, of the city. They don't want citizen protectors, folks. In other words, they don't want the sheriff to deputize people and say, you are now in charge of protecting yourself and others. Because once we realize as people that we don't need the government to do our protecting for us, the government becomes very afraid. And criminals are even more afraid because they know people don't give a shit. Because it's not about some law or statute. It's about your right to life and liberty and pursuit of happiness. And that when someone threatens your life with great bodily harm or injury, you have a right to defend it. Let's move on if we shall, though. We got Charles Gentry checking in. He says, at the rate they're Jim Jones juicing the sheeple, all we'll have to do is hunker down and then clean up the mess. Just a thought. I'll tell you what, Charles, this thought is carried by many people. That if the Jim Jones juice is as deadly as many proclaim, profess, report it to be, all we have to do is sit back and let it happen. But there's a race here, Charles, and that's the concern I have. It's a great point. You know, if 10%, 20%, 50% of people who are fully juicinated die because of side effects, complications, and shall we say, autoimmune disorder, if they die of AIDS, then all we have to do is clean up. But the problem is the time. As we wait for them to realize the negative consequences of their decisions, they are attacking and condemning and certifying us as worthy of death. Who gets there first? Do they realize that they fucked up? Or do they attack us faster than they keel off? Will they, in their madness and stupidity, commit great acts of atrocity against you and I? It's possible, folks. It is incredibly, sadly, terribly possible. Also, folks, on your emails, when you buy a shirt, when you do the PayPal shirt purchase, put an email as well. Your name, your address, and an email so I can communicate with you if there's any problem, any questions, any shit like that. Bob Z checks in and says, we are so much closer to partisan conflict. Yes, sir, we are. Partisan conflict is it's a sanitized way to say civil war. But it's not going to be some army in some state or some geographical location that tries to battle Washington, D.C. Partisan conflict is more of a neighborhood to neighborhood, city to city, small geographic region versus another small geographic region conflict. That is to say that partisans are the ones who are being pitted against one another. Yes, the federal government hates our guts. Yes, state governments hate our guts. Yes, federal law enforcement like the FBI thinks that we, the people, very similar in thinking to Barack Hussein versus Obama, that we, the people, cling to our guns and our Bibles and our pure blood. And therefore, we are domestic terrorists, much like parents. That's right. The parents of children in America are now domestic terrorists, according to the federal government. You heard me correct. This is not hyperbole or bullshit, but it is satire. And these people think that American citizens are terrorists because of what they believe. And if you are not Jim Joe's juiced, you are the enemy. If you're a conservative, you're the enemy. If you're in support of Trump, you're the enemy. If you like a strong military that is heterosexual in nature, you are the enemy. If you believe in America first and the Constitution, you're the enemy. If you think Trump should have been president, you're definitely the enemy. And so the enemy, they're saying, needs to be killed and destroyed. The same way everyone who is fully juice-nated thinks that anyone who hasn't taken the Jim Jones juice should die. Those are the same people, folks, that wouldn't mind seeing a partisan conflict. What it really comes down to, though, is are they willing to pull the trigger? Are these leftists who say, you guys should all die, are those people willing to pull the trigger and do the dirty work? Or are they going to try having the police, the National Guard, the military do it? We're going to find out. Man checks in. Dude, you're upstairs and you're going to send me, you're going to check in? Man says, are there any good places to go drinking around this damn bunker that doesn't require a swamp boat and a gallon of mosquito repellent? No. Man, the answer is no. What I've done is I have pickled my blood concentrate so that any mosquito that bites me gets a transfusion of, I think, Scotch and horse dewormer, and I think they explode on contact. Nope, I'm sorry, pal. You got to have bug spray, mosquito repellent, and you have to speak with a nasty Texas drawl to get anywhere and get a drink. Anyways, Jolene says, can I show the shirt one more time? Yeah, I'll do it, Jolene. Anything you want, as usual, Jolene. Jolene makes the world go round, folks. Jolene and you, we're all part of the Prepared Mind Network. Never forget it. I never do. Without you and your donations, without you coming to Patreon, nothing works. And again, I'm really proud to have created these shirts with the help of Kaz and Man and Vaughn and Jolene and Crispy Bacon and Nikki and everyone else. Here is the front. This is the black color, by the way. We have black, royal blue, maroon red, and forest green. But this is the front. Very simple. Nice little Prepared Mind logo. But on the back is the big enchilada. Fuck around and find out. Silhouette of Kyle Rittenhouse. The symbol of you have a right to defend yourself. Hello. You have a right to defend America. Hello. Followed by get prepared at the club. And then get it at thepreparedmind.club, which is kind of modeled after the movie Porky's, where it says get it at Porky's on the sign. But yeah, get prepared, folks. It, which is SHTF, it is upon us. Get prepared at the club, thepreparedmind.club. Get your food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense, and a plan. Get it together. People are now noticing how expensive food is. Like, holy shit, I bought that Spam at $1.50 a can, and now that stuff is $3.50 a can. People are like, whoa, cow, ground beef, holy cow, rice, beans, potatoes, dried potatoes, shredded potatoes, Yeah, prices are going up, folks, and they're not going to come down. They're not going to be like, okay, emergency over, everything's fine. And if the lights go out, if the gas at the pump is gone, people are going to lose their shit. If more store shelves are empty, people will panic. Remember, under cerveza bug hysteria, they cleaned out the store shelves of toilet paper and water and then everything else. It is coming. Again, Prepared Mind t-shirts with the Kyle Rittenhouse silhouette and fuck around and find out logo. Limited time, only 48 have been made. 4 are gone. Many have already been ordered. Give me your name, your address, your email. Tell me if you want large or extra large, and then make a request for black, blue, green, or maroon. Those are your 4 color options, and I'll do my best to match. Size first, then color, and it is first come, first serve until they're gone. And you're going to love the next design if and only if these sell out. Because this actually was an out-of-pocket expense for us. Crazy, huh? Crazy. But we want to do more of this because it is a symbol of free speech to wear one of these shirts. It is a patriotic symbol to express your opinion on the street. And sadly, it doesn't really fund the Prepared Mind channel. It's just a nice way to get the message out. YouTube, Patreon is the way to get the message out. Get prepared. It's on BitChute. We got kicked off of TikTok, but we're on Instagram. I think we're on Twitter still. I do all I can. You guys do as well. That is our job, folks. Wake people up, get them prepared, because chance favors the prepared mind. And shit has hit the fan, and aren't you glad you're a prepper? Godspeed. Semper Fi. God bless America.